Hi everyone, hope you're doing good. I'm Marina. I'm one of the co-captains for the volleyball club, and I'm going to explain a little bit about the game and how it works and some of the rules. So at the volleyball club, we play two kinds. We do what's typically indoor volleyball, where you have 6 players, and then we also play beach, which is where you only have 2 players. So when there are 6 players, there's 3 in front and 3 in the back, and then you rotate clockwise every time the ball changes possession. So the way you start a game is you serve. So when you serve, you stand behind the back line of the court, and you can serve either underhanded or overhanded, and that's just to get the ball over the net to the other team. And then the goal is to return the ball in a way that the other team can't get it back to you. So you want them to either hit it out of bounds where they can't run to save it, or it hits the ground. So the way this is usually set up is that you have your first hit, which is a pass, followed by a set, and then usually by a hit. Of course, you can always pass it over, set it over, tip it. There's a lot of different ways you can do that. But those are the 3 main hits that you want to use to get a good game going. So the ball is out of play if it either hits the ground, you go over 3 hits, so you hit it 4 times, 5 times, doesn't really matter. If it's over 3, it's no longer in play, or the ball lands out of bounds. So if you serve it and it lands outside of the lines, then the other team gets the point. You've lost the point at that point because the ball's no longer in play for your team. So there's a few strategies people use. There's a lot of defensive strategies where when someone's hitting, the whole team will come in behind to cover that person. There's a lot of offensive plays where you can set the ball in a certain location or set up a play beforehand so you know you're going to pass it to your setter, set it to the middle hitter, and the middle hitter is going to hit to the deep corner. In beach volleyball, because there's only 2 of you, it is really easy to come up with these plays, and there are different hand signals that we use. So one thing you can do is tell your server where to serve. This is usually done with a 6-person volleyball, so you can tell them to serve to position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, and you just kind of hold this behind your back, and then your server will read it and then try to serve to that spot. Usually you do this if you notice someone's having an off day passing or the defense is a little weaker in that spot. Another thing you can do with beach volleyball is to run either T plays, which is usually like this. You can tell them to serve line or angle, and this is just so that you can come up with a strategy as a team and make sure that the person who's going to end up doing that final hit is who you want to do the final hit. So some other rules about volleyball is you can't cross underneath the net during a game. It's dangerous, so they're going to say the ball is dead at that point and not let you pass under. Another thing is you can't be in the net. So if you go up to hit and your arm crosses the plane of the net and gets into it, or you have too much forward momentum and then you run into the net, you're going to lose the point. They're going to say the ball is dead. Another issue for setters like me is that if you go up to set and your hands are too weak and the ball spins, that can be called a double touch, and then you will also lose the point. But there are a lot of fun things you can do in volleyball and a lot of fun drills you can practice with at home, practice passing, setting, and I hope this has made you a little bit more interested in volleyball. Thanks.